Guess what I got asked? Yep, the classic "what's the deal with this idiom?" Sell ice to Eskimos. I'll explain it, and you've got it covered today. Let's start with a story. Imagine you're in the Arctic, and you see someone trying to sell ice to an Eskimo. It seems ridiculous, right? So, what does it mean? The idiom means to sell something to someone who doesn't need it. It's often used to describe a salesperson's skill in persuading someone to buy something they don't require. To remember the idiom, think of the image of selling ice to an Eskimo. It's unlikely and unnecessary, just like selling something to someone who doesn't need it. Let me introduce a story. A salesperson sold ice to an Eskimo, but the Eskimo didn't need it. The salesperson used persuasive techniques to convince the Eskimo to buy it. The Eskimo later realized they didn't need the ice and felt tricked. The salesperson's skill in selling ice to an Eskimo was impressive. But it wasn't ethical. Fun fact number 1. The idiom originated in the early 20th century when ice was a valuable commodity. Fun fact number 2. It's similar to the idiom selling sand in the desert. Example sentence number 1. He tried to sell me a car, but I already had one. Tried to sell ice to Eskimo. Number 2. I can't believe he sold that expensive watch to someone who doesn't even wear one. He sold ice to Eskimo. Number 3. She sold her old phone to her friend, even though it was broken. She sold ice to Eskimo. Sentence: he could sell ice to an Eskimo. Rephrase sentence 1, he's a skilled salesperson. Rephrase sentence 2, he can persuade anyone to buy anything. Real-life story. A salesman sold a refrigerator to an Inuit family in the Arctic. The family didn't need it, but they bought it anyway. They later realized it was unnecessary and returned it. The salesman's persuasive skills were impressive, but he lost their trust. The family found a more trustworthy salesperson for future purchases. Other similar expressions: selling sand in the desert, selling water to a fish, selling a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. Opposite expression: give away the farm. Related idioms: selling a soul to the devil, selling coal to Newcastle, selling a bridge to a gullible person. Related idiom fiction story: a salesman tried to sell his soul to the devil. The devil, being from hell, didn't need his soul. The salesman's persuasive skills were impressive, but he didn't make the sale. He later sold his soul to another devil. The salesman learned to target the right devil. Quiz time. Which idiom means to sell something to someone who doesn't need it? A. Selling sand in the desert. B. Selling ice to Eskimos. C. Selling water to a fish. In summary, selling ice to Eskimos means to sell something to someone who doesn't need it. It's often used to describe a salesperson's skill in persuading someone to buy something unnecessary. Remember, it's always essential to sell ethically and target the right audience.